This video, I had so many different examples of things that are morally wrong and ethically wrong. And then I scrolled through my TikTok and I saw so many videos of people fighting or screaming in fast food establishments. I don't know why I said establishments, fast food places, and doing all these just reckless, gross things. You know, some lady crashed her car and her muffler fell off and she still went through the drive through at Dairy Queen. Like, just so many crazy things going on. And that doesn't fully fit the example. I just thought that was a little funny and crazy. I mean, she wanted that fucking number two with the little, dipped cone. Oh, I used to go to Dairy Queen after basketball games. Oh man. Oh, woo! But seriously, there's so many gross things that were on my TikTok, and I'd be like uninterested, and then another one, maybe it's two people fighting in a store. I'm like, you know what, we're not gonna press uninterested, but I can see what's bad here. It's a little entertaining, and that's the thing is that so many people don't have morals or ethics, and let's go over what those words mean. Ethics refers to the well-founded, systematic standards of right and wrong. It means you know what's right and you know what's wrong. It's pretty clear, it's pretty evident. And then you have morals, the personal principles and societal standards that guide your understanding of right and wrong. So it's basically the same thing, they go hand in hand. It's the understanding of good and evil, right and wrong, cool and not cool. I really thought I had a third one there. I guess I didn't. But seriously, it's these things that you know what's right and you know what's wrong. And it guides you to good things. And we're placed in this gross world of just degeneracy and awfulness and so many things pitted against you that you then have to turn on your morals and ethics. You then have to turn on what's right and wrong and just continue to push through it. Right now I'm applying to jobs and people will tell me I'll go over my job, what the job interview and what happened. They're like, you gotta lie. You gotta lie. You can't be truthful. You gotta lie. People have always done it. You gotta lie. And there's so many people I know that have gotten jobs and I'll talk to them and they'll be like, yeah, I lied. Or yeah, I said this. Or yeah, I put this on my resume. And it's like, God, man, God, it's like I don't like doing that. I don't like lying. I don't like, cheating or stealing or any of these things. And it's like you just have people in your face being like, well, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. It's this new found understanding of survival of the fittest. But in like, if you're not in the woods killing bears or fish. Who is killing bears? You're not in the woods killing fish and running from bears. You're out here just trying to get a job, just trying to get a girlfriend, just trying to live a good life. And you still have to cheat and steal and lie to make it anywhere. And it's disgusting and it's gross. And, here are two examples of people, and this isn't turning, like I said, I just gave you a realistic, um, I guess, good in a way thing. You know, you show up to a job interview, you're clearly underqualified because every job that is entry level and medium level now, which by the way, they're being killed off by AI and other systems like that. And a lot of these jobs, it feels like it used to be like the goal was to make a small business and run it. And now the goal is to squeeze out as much money as quick as you can. And so a lot of these jobs are making condensing jobs. I used to have to go to this doctor, and that doctor had nurses, and then that doctor turned to one doctor, got rid of, I believe, three nurses, and so he had to do the nurse's job. So he was never able to actually check up on me during the 3 hour 4 hour appointment because he was too busy doing all these jobs because they were squeezing the company. And I've seen this in so many areas. And so now you have to lie and you have to cheat to get to where you want to be because they're making, okay, you need this many years of experience, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. When it just isn't realistic, it doesn't make any sense, and they're going to try and squeeze you for as much money possible. And it's disgusting and sad. So you go in and you lie so you can get this job, so then you can live the life that you want with a little bit more money. You can go to a few concerts, you can take your partner on a date, you can do all these sorts of things. And so now we're getting into examples that are just ethically and morally wrong, just based on the premise of we live in this degeneracy type of culture. A clear first one is every guy ever who has a YouTube channel or a podcast promoting gambling. I saw a story the other day that the biggest UFC event recently, someone killed themselves after because they lost thousands of dollars by betting on a clear favorite in the main event. And that is just so disgusting and sad. And you have these creators, and at the end of it, it's like the smoking creators, but this is so much worse because smoking, you're not losing that much money. You're buying it and then you're getting your product. This is like you might get your money, you might not. And it is shown that I believe 97.5% of people that sports bet do not get their money back. So it is just so much lossing, loss, loss, loss. And so you have creators who want to be morally decent, like a Joe Rogan or a Theo Vaughn who talk so much good stuff, but then they're just like, download sports picks, download DraftKings, download Prize Picks. It's fun. It's fun, dude. It's fun, dude. And it's just sad and disgusting and wrong and gross. And I've listened to a lot of betting podcasts because I'm very into MMA and the UFC. And it's just people who just don't care. They'll lose you money. They'll be like, sorry about the bad picks. Let's get into the next week. And it's like, you don't care that you just lost people money. And it's just sad. And they know it. And so then we have another one. So there was a guy on the show Storage Wars, which if you haven't seen it yet, it's so fun. And he killed himself. He killed himself. I believe he was 65. He has kids. He has grandkids. He had a whole life. And it was seen from cyberbullying, which, he's in his mid 60s. He probably doesn't know how the internet works all that well. And he's being, I don't know, cyberbullied in some sort of way. We don't know what way. No more information has come out. And I saw multiple comments. And the one that stood out to me the most was grown ass man got cyberbullied. Hell nah, L. Yeah, this guy killed himself. And he has grandkids, little grandkids. And you have some little freak in the comments. Hell nah, L, with like a Playboy Cardi profile picture. Does it get any worse? And then there was another guy recently who got caught being a clear pedophile watching videos of 3-year-old children being raped. And his name is Hulo. And he is a looks maxing influencer. So like a clavicular, that guy. And he did that. And people were in the comments being like, everyone changes. And he was caught doing this, I believe, April 25th, and now he's in jail, thank God. But you had people in the comments go, Chad does what Chad wants. And I saw one that stood out, and it was like, what are you supposed to do with this generation of women? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's just gross. It's just sad. Like, it makes you want to cry because it's like, what are people defending? You know, people are on TikTok, and some of them were grown men, and I think they should be, I don't know, sent to jail. Like, I don't get it. I get it, we have freedom of speech, but you had people defending this guy when all the evidence was there, and it's just so strange. You got 40-year-old men in the comments. Of course, a lot of them are definitely children too, but they're going like I don't know, like doesn't deserve to be in jail, or press like if you don't think he deserves to be in jail, and it's just sad and strange. And the looks maxer guy clavicular was on stream, and he was like, "Lol, he was jester maxing," and it's like that's your take. That's your take. That's why people like this make so many people so fucking stupid and awful. He was jester maxing. He was being an idiot. He was watching children be molested, dude. And that's your take. And that guy's fucking shooting alligators and I don't know, doing so much shit, showing kids it's fine to do meth. And yeah, people support him, you know? Dude, he was jester maxing, dude. Dude, he just watched a 3-year-old get raped, dude. And it's like, oh my god. And so, at the end of the day, I know that when things are bad for me, I know if I can be morally and ethically right, if I can be a good person, then things will work out. I will get live a good life. I will get money. I will get to live, I will get to marry my girlfriend one day. I will get to do everything I want because I'm not some piece of shit. And anything bad I do, maybe if I'm mean to someone, or maybe if I've had a bad week and I'm yelling at someone, or maybe if I have a bad habit, if I change those and I'm constantly in this progression of becoming better because I know what's right and wrong, I'm not a toddler or a Neanderthal or a dog. I'm a human with a working brain. As long as I continue to strive to be better and to be a good person, be morally correct and ethically, good standing, then good things will happen. And that's what I want. And that's what I'll try to. I've done bad things. I've messed up. I've been a shitty person. But I've consistently tried to get better. And I've looked back on that. I'm like, God, I feel bad. But I'm getting better. And I know that that's possible. I know that that's happening. And you just have other people. Dude, he was just a moxing. Or L, hell, who gets cyberbullied? And it's sad. And like I said, there's some I get, I get the lying in a job interview because everybody's using everyone. But there's just so many things I just don't get. I just don't understand because someone can hide behind a screen and someone can be disgusting and wrong and not give a shit. And I just don't get it. And the message is that no matter how much degeneracy is around you, no matter how much sports betting or porn or I mean disgusting people, filled up with drugs and alcohol tell you what to do, continue to do what you think is right. Continue to push forward. Continue to strive to be a better man or a better woman. And I believe in the end it'll always work out. And I feel like people hear that and they go, "Well, I don't want to wait until I'm 50 or 60." No, I mean next week something good will happen, the month after. And you have to consistently have to push that, boulder upwards and wanting to live a better life. But while you're doing that, don't take the easy way out. Be a good person and it'll work. Thank you. Subscribe.